Hello everyone. So today's video is going to be a bit different just because I don't really want to do a review video. So today's video is going to be extra long and we're going to try and go over all of my WIPS. Okay, so today is going to be a little bit different. I am over my carpet today, and yes, I know it's not the cleanest. This is very hard to clean. My son does leave quite a bit of trash. My cat might come and screen, but I just wanted to go over all of my WIPS and update you on every single one that I can find. I think there's like 3 or 4 hidden somewhere in my large dresser that kind of has like a cupboard area to it. So I will dig through that towards the end if my camera's not dying, but if my camera is dying, that'll probably be a separate clip, but I will try and insert this into the same video. So obviously get your crafts out and craft while you watch, because this is going to be a good one. Nice, good long one. So I am going to start with the ones in my zipper bags, and I'm sorry if I'm not perfectly in screen, you know, because I am unable to see my camcorder screen, and yes, you can see my knee here. People are texting me right now. So here is the photo. Okay. So this is the photo. I don't remember where all of these came from. I do believe this one came from Biggest Craft. This is the one I'm recharting as I work on it because I wanted it to have defined lines and be a hand-charted kit, which it was not. And I call this my Bear Tea Party one. And it's just super cute. And I'm going to try not to linger on any of these for too long. So if I lay it out this way, that is roughly the full size, if it's all on screen. And this is an 11 count, and I do love this one a lot. I work on it quite a bit. And this is the hand charting I've done so far. And you can see I hand charted the lines on this flower. I just need to fill it in. And there is going to be some backstitch that I'm adding in here as well. But I'm just really happy with how this is turning out. I have bought quite a bit of floss for this one, just to be able to hand chart it, because obviously the color I'm outlining with, I'm using a lot more of. And I also think this, I believe this is a Yishu kit as well. So let me put this away. Well, I got one of the bags of floss, and this only cost me a few dollars for all of this. I believe it's 20 skeins, and I got this from AliExpress. So I got it super cheap. It's not like I'm breaking the bank to hand chart this one, but that was kit number 1. And then kit number 2 here doesn't have a full photo. And I bought this one from AliExpress on the Joy Autumn store. And it's just these like rabbits and some scenery. Super cute. There is backstitch. It's also an 11 count. And the fabric of this one, I believe, is my favorite fabric I've worked on so far. And this one also came missing a color, or not missing a color, it came with the incorrect color. I did buy the yellow, same bag, like the one I just showed you with the purples, only yellows. So again, it only cost me a few dollars to replace because their store kept asking me to send pictures and whatnot of the missing color, but like, how can I send a picture of a color I don't have, and how can I prove that it's the wrong color when they don't come with labels? So I just said, screw it, and bought it myself. Okay, this one I don't have a whole lot on, but I will try and open it for you. And this is not on white Aida. So it's not the biggest. You can go this way a bit. And then this way a bit. So yeah, definitely not the biggest. Let's hold this up, and the only, oh, I'm losing myself. This is the only spot I've worked on, but I already love how it's coming out, and yes, I have already used the yellow that I purchased. And it is a partial, which is super nice. And I just think it's so cute. It's coming out so good. And I need to work on it more. Because I love the little bunnies, and I love my spring kits. So, again, this one came from AliExpress, the Joy Autumn store, or I believe it's called Joy Autumn Home store. They're one of my favorite shops on AliExpress at the moment. They sell hand-charted kits, and I know that. And I know a lot of AliExpress stores don't sell hand-charted, but this website or store on AliExpress does provide pictures of what the canvas looks like, so you can tell if it's hand-charted or not. This is the next kit, kit number 3, the Green Lake Reflected. Sadly, I have not worked as much on this as I want. This is one of the ones I was super excited for. I believe I also bought this one from AliExpress, but I don't remember the store name. And this one is a 14 count. And I gotta take the floss out of here. And this one is on white Aida. So here's one side and the other. And it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. It's probably going to take me a while since I don't pick it up too often, but this is all I've gotten done, but it's still so gorgeous. It's so cute. I can't wait to finish this one because this is one I'm actually going to be hanging up in my home. I mean, I am looking for a new place to live at the moment. Hopefully I can find one within reasonable distance of a school, but that probably won't happen for a year or so, sadly, but I am looking. But once I get my own place, hopefully there'll be more wall area and less windows instead of walls, because I live in an in-law apartment that is like 80% windows for walls. So I don't really have places to hang things. And then the one place I do have to hang things, I covered it with fake ivy and wisteria plants. So this next one, I believe I forgot to actually show you guys when I started it in one of my other WIP update videos. And there's no big photo of this, so let's see how good my camera can see it. It's just a cute little, I don't know how to call it, like snapshots from Pom Pom Purin, which is a pudding dog from Sanrio. So cute. He's a flan. It's a flan dog. And I think this is a jingly pattern. I could be wrong. It's definitely not a Yishu, I can tell you that much. It is an 11 count. And I started this one last year when there was a power outage, and honestly, I could not believe how much I got done. Easy to get stuff done when you're not distracted by TV. And this is just what I got done, like some up here, part of the blanket and stuff. Slowly filling in the outlines still. So, I thought that was a decent amount. He's so cute. Well, actually, I don't know if it's a he or she. I forget, but so cute. Still cute. Cute little baby. And this is the full size. So it is a square. It's 190 by 190 or 50 by 50 centimeters. And then, of course, I like to fold my floss back in there just to keep it safe. Alright, let's grab these two small spring kits for the next one. So one of these you've seen me work on before, so we're going to start with that one. Let me readjust. And this one's getting close to being, it's like halfway finished. So this is the picture. It's one of the Chinese zodiacs. This one's the year of the pig. Or boar, whatever you want to call it. Not the year of the boar, pig, whatever. Whatever. And this is what I got done. So I almost got the piggy completely filled in. Just got to do the scarf. I'm going in order of number. And this is an 11 count, and it is the only cross stitch I ever got from spring that is not serged. But if you watched my unpacking of all 12 of these, that didn't matter to me, because I'm gonna seam along the edge, or cut along the edge, then wash it, and then I'm gonna sew it into like a mini little pillow. So that's cute. I just love the pig. I can't wait for this one to get done. And I think I got this one from, I think I got all 12 of these from Biggest Craft. And then the one you haven't seen. Jeez, that did not want to open. I'm gonna just pull it out because there's a sticker over it. It's the bunny one. Because it's so cute and small, and I just really wanted something nice and fun and quick to work on. And it's so cute. And I am doing the back stitching as I go. Don't ask why. I don't know why anymore. And this one is a 14 count, and it is serged. And you can see here I finished this bunny. He looks a little weird though. And then I started on the second bunny. But not the girl yet. So this one's just something I work on when, you know, I'm not super feeling it. I usually work on my small ones when I'm not feeling my greatest and need to lay down in bed. So, or if I'm like cuddling up and watching a movie. Or Bob's Burgers. My son's been really into Bob's Burgers lately, so he'll come out here and watch Bob's Burgers and cuddle. Give a nice little cuddle. Ooh. The next one in line is this one. This gorgeous landscape here, where I just kind of apparently threw everything on top of it. So I'm just gonna lay it there. Move that. Not totally sure if I remember where I got this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the floss under it, because why not? It doesn't really matter which order it goes in. Oh, if it goes that way, I'm gonna do that. Okay, I don't care if it's pretty, it's in a box anyways. Move it out the way. So this one is skinny and tall. So all the way up there and then all the way down here. And this is what I worked on. This is over the course of, I think, 3 days. I'm going up, I'm stopping right about here, and then I'm gonna work my way over a bit and then go up some more. Actually, no, I might just go all the way over so I can roll it upwards since it's so tall. But I'm making sure to loosen this one before I stitch on it, just to make sure the edges aren't waving because of where this is so long. But I think it's looking really beautiful so far. And I'm excited. I'm so excited to finish it, whenever that may be. Hopefully this one doesn't take me too long. I do have reasons to work on it. It's more motivation. I do love it. And I can't wait to get to that creature in the waterfall next to that man. I don't know what animal it is. I can't remember, so don't ask me. Alright, I'm just going to pull the rest of this pile down. The next one, what are you? Alright, this one doesn't really have a photo either. This one is a Huacan, however the heck you say it. It's one of those ones. This is the one I said I was going to do a square day on but gave up because In the review, I think I said the printing was really clear, but it turns out the corner I started in, the printing is slightly double printed and blurry, so I had a really hard time seeing the symbols, and I know I stitched some of the colors wrong. No, I'm not going to try and figure out which ones, so I only work on this one when it is the brightest day out. And it is, I think her name's Luna from Sailor Moon. But this paper pattern is tiny, but she's so cute. So I have recently started working on her again. I don't remember which store I got her from. I think she was a PR package. And she's this big. She's a 40 by 40. And I know it looks like a bunch of the same blue. There's just a ton of blue symbols in here, I promise. And this is a thinner canvas. But this is the spot I got done. She does kind of look purple, and the cat looks blue, but I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out anyways. And I have been using the paper pattern to help me with this one because of where it's hard to see in this corner. But the other spots seem pretty clear, so once I get this quarter of it done, I think I should be all set. I like the way this one feels. I like the lightweightness of it. The lightness. 34 colors. 14 count if I didn't say that already. Put her back. Then the last one in that pile. Oh, nope, never mind. There's two in that pile. This one, the one where I accidentally ripped the paper pattern trying to prove to you couldn't tear it. Because I'm just that good at stuff. So this one is a Yishu as well. I don't remember where I bought this one. So this is the size of this one. And it is the dragon. And he's a tall boy. Hold on. Yeah, see, there's where I ripped it when I reviewed it. And this is the full image. Super gorgeous. I love how it just kind of has two main colors in it. I think that's what drew me in about this one. I was really excited to see this one. It just stood out so much to me, so of course I purchased it. And this one has been fairly easy to work on. I don't feel stressed at all or like agitated when I work on this one. And this is the bottom part I've gotten done. And this is all completely filled in up here, so that is stitching. And one of my friends tried telling me to work on this one the other day. I'm like, I know I asked you to pick which kit I want you to work on, but because you told me you want me to work on this one, I don't want to work on this one anymore. Because I'm stubborn like that. Oh, I should show you my back. Here's the back. Very stripy, right? Very stripy. But yeah. So that's dragon one, and oh gosh, come on canvas. Get in there. Now we're gonna go to the last one of this pile. So I'm sure you've seen someone review this before. I don't remember if I actually ever got around to reviewing this, unfortunately, which is odd. Okay, you know, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I have a weak immune system. I am constantly getting sick, and sometimes I like order all my things at the same time from different websites. And then if they all arrive when I'm sick, there's a good chance I'm going to put that away so I'm not having anxiety about piles of stuff I need to review sitting around. And then I don't usually get to it because my ADHD has me focused on other things. So I probably forgot to show you this one. So this one is from Temu. It is a Mona Lisa kit, and it is in silk. And yes, they have this on Temu. And I love it so much. I thought this one would be absolutely gorgeous in silk. So, of course, I had to buy it. And I don't know if this is a sticker or not, but we're not here for that. And the thread is kind of in the way a bit, so yoink. but look how soft this is. Oh my goodness. I love how silk feels, and I know it's not real silk, you guys, but it still feels so nice. I want a nightgown made out of this stuff, let me tell you. So this is the full size of it. I think that's all on screen. And it is a bit stiff, but this is a canvas that'll loosen up very quickly. And it is, of course, serged. It comes with needles, but also I put a needle in it because, you know. And this is all I've gotten done on this one because I keep forgetting I have it. But I know it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. Also, you know, ADHD. Of course, I have like 80,000 WIPs and don't work on all of them. I just got to remember how to fold this. I think that's it. Throw my floss back in there. And I have a lot of beeswax for this one. I don't always use it. I'm pretty good at using silk without beeswax. I just do it because it kind of gives me a nostalgic feeling from when I first did cross stitch and used beeswax. Alright, now we're going to pile number 2. The first one on top of pile number 2 is my 9 count. And I like to call this my underwater carnival. And this is a hand-charted kit also from the Joy Autumn Home Store. It is super large because of it being hand-charted, so I don't know how much is gonna be able to fit on screen, but don't let that intimidate you. All these gorgeous threads and colors. I did review this, I believe. So nice. Okay, plop her aside. And it is serged all the way around. Let me lay it this way again. Nice and big. Yeah, there you go. You can see most of it. So it's just super cute. It's very easy to read the printing because, you know, it's hand charted and 9 count. 9 count is so good. I love it. And I got this part of the coral done at the bottom. I started the yellow and filling in the blues behind the coral the other day. And I just think it's so cute. This is one of my favorite ones to work on at the moment. I know it doesn't really look at it because I have other things to work on that kind of have priority, but this is one of my absolute favorites besides Bear Town at the moment to work on. And I do have quite a few kits like this one, just like different themes and stuff, but I adore it so much. Let's see if I can fit it back in here. This isn't the bag it came in. I had to replace the bag because the one it came in tore. Right, I need to adjust how I'm sitting. So this next one is an oldie but a goodie. This is one of the first 3 kits I ever bought. When I first bought stamped cross stitch, I want to say it was 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 4. 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember, so do not quote me. But I bought 3 kits. I did buy them from Tapestry Market. It was 2 Joy Sunday kits and a Spring Brand kit. And I finished one of the Joy Sunday kits I first bought, and this is the second one. And it's called Swans in the Lake, and I am in love with this one. And no, it is not a partial. You have to stitch everything, but that's okay. I am in love with it. You can tell that it's old because it's worn down. I did work on this a lot last year, not so much this year, but I do want to focus more on my Joy Sundays because I kind of took a break and went hard into the 11 counts. So this is the full canvas, and it is already pretty soft because of how old it is. I used to think this was pretty big, not so much anymore when you look at all my other kits. So this one, I want to say like I'm a fourth of the way done. Gotta get on my knees so I can see this. So this is what I've got done of this one. A lot more than the last time I showed you. I completed this swan and now I'm working on completing the second one. And I just think they are so gorgeous. And this is another one I would like to hang up if possible. So cute. And I do try and stitch everything in the same direction. It's a little bit lumpy bumpy, but you know, I'll iron it once it's done. And I can't remember if I fold it now or not. No, I don't think so. And this does have a lot of black. All of the white on this canvas that's inside the boundary is black that you have to stitch. So, quite a bit. But yeah, I bought this from Tapestry Market, and if you ask me, Tapestry Market is charging way too much for the same kits we could be getting from like Paint Some Way, VIP Cross Stitch, or Biggest Craft, FGNormal, because they all charge reasonable prices. Tapestry Market, for some reason, thinks they're better and can overcharge people. So I don't buy from them anymore. Okay, this next one. Ooh, this is a new one. This is a new start. And let me tell you, it took me hours to get the small amount done that I have done. Oh, so I put a bag in a bag for some reason. Well, anyways, this is the photo. I think I reviewed this one. Just kind of creepy spooky for the Halloween season. And I really did like this one and all the purples and the shading. I'm just going to fully transfer this to my zip-up bag, because why not? And I, so far, have noticed they gave me an incorrect color. They mixed up the numbers of a DMC, but I looked at my personal stash, and I do have it, but I wasn't going to use it because the color they gave me is very, very, very similar to the one I was supposed to get in the first place, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I just went ahead and used it anyways. This is a Yishu kit. This is one of my current excitable ones. Like, looking at this one gets me really excited, even though it is so much confetti on all of the eyes. It's kind of torturous, but I do love it, and it has 45 colors, so it's going to be really good. And it is an 11 count. It's serged. All of Yishu kits are. And all I've gotten done so far is, you can see some of it there. I got one of the eyes done, and that came out so much better than I thought. I didn't really get the yellow spots and that pink spot in there. It's not totally done, but it's gonna look really good. I mean, it already looks really good. I'm so excited for this one. The bright colors on the dark background are really gonna make this pop. And I can't wait to see how it turns out. I know it's gonna be good. Okay, 2 left on this pile. So this is a really old one as well. This is one from AliExpress. I don't remember the store, but they did let me pick the size, and this was back before I fully understood what size I was picking for a 14 count. This is a 14 count though. So this is it. I don't know if that's all gonna fit on screen. Unfortunately, it only has 27 colors, but thankfully I don't think it really needs a whole lot because they blend or like gradiate colors together, which I think will help, kind of like blending. And this is the image. And I thought she was so gorgeous. I loved the colors, and the colors in here do match the picture, so I'm not really worried about how this is going to turn out at all. It unfortunately is not a serged canvas, but it is very thin, so if I did want to roll this up and lay down in bed, this would be a large one that I wouldn't have to be sitting at a desk to do. And this is all I've gotten done for this one. This isn't my favorite to pick up because of it not being serged, and just, I don't know, there are other large kits I would prefer to do. but I still think it's going to turn out really good. And it's still really soft. It's really soft. Like if this was bigger, or were bigger, and I had the ability to stitch really fast, this would make a comfy blanket. If I'm being honest with you. Here's what the printing looks like. You can see lots of mixing of colors. They're kind of trying to gradiate it. If you're counting, tell me how many WIPs I have. Alright, this one I have not worked on since I showed you last. It is the beaded one with the birds. I am going to probably work on this one after I record this. Like after I'm done. Come on, sticker, move. But in case you didn't see me review this one, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. So all beaded cross stitches are 9 count when they're on Ada. And that's because the bead size. And this one was just something I grabbed because I wanted to do something quick. And I think it looks a little better on camera than it does in person. That or I'm just going blind a little bit. But I really do like the feeling of beads. It's so nice. I love it. Oh, I don't remember how to fold it. There we go. And I do have a few beaded kits. This one and the PR package that I agreed to work on and review until completion are the only two I'm actually working on now. I put my other large one on the back shelf for the PR package one. Alright, so things that are off to the side. This is also one of the first kits I bought when I first started buying from WISKF, I believe. And I think they do sell this, only now they sell it as a Yishu kit. I do believe this is a Yishu kit, but I think it is one of the older versions, if I am correct. This one I was so obsessed with, and I still am. I started down here. He is an 11 count. It has gorgeous colors and a canvas that gets soft pretty easily. This is the size of it. So, yep, this big. And this is the spot I've worked on. So cute. I love fancy goldfish, and he is filled in. My bird is chewing on something. Oh, he's chewing on his stick. And this one is one I really do want finished before other ones as well, because it's one of the first ones I bought, and you know, the more natural nature stuff is just the kind of cross stitches I want more. Okay, then we have this one, which I also don't think I worked on much since I've last showed you. And here she is. This is a very faded photo, but she's gorgeous. She is, I think, the second 11 count I've ever started. I got so far with her so fast, and then I just stopped working on her. But recently I've been picking her up again. So she's been rolled up for a long time. So you can just see a bit over halfway done, if not halfway done at this point. And I really just need to get, it's the confetti parts up here that are killing me. But the rest will be easy. But like this part right above her head has been so much. And yes, I put a thread in there to mark one where I accidentally only put half the stitch in. Let me see if I can hold her better. My goodness. But I had to modify her eyes, mouth, and nose because they looked weird. I don't know how. I'm just gonna zoom in. But yeah, she's mostly done, kind of. But I think she's gorgeous regardless. Ooh, was I really that zoomed in already? Zoom, zoom. Alright, leave you there, I guess. But yeah, I really do like her. The back is a mess though. Ain't it pretty? Ain't it pretty? For the next one, let's show you one that is important to me, which is my Bear Town. I love my Bear Town. This is my pride and joy. This is my baby. Unfortunately, I will not be able to unroll this all to show you, but if you go look on my community tab, I did post a picture of me laying down next to it in baggy clothes, and it's still bigger than me, even when I'm wearing baggy clothes. So I recently finished all the flowers down here at the bottom, and then I'm gonna go work up here, finish the dog, and then work up here and go higher up the canvas. And once I get stitched all around the first bear and whatnot, I am gonna do the back stitch as I go with this kit, because I know for a fact I will never go back and do the back stitch if I don't do it now. But yeah, I'm super happy that I finally got that corner completed. It's so cute. I love working on this. I get so lost when I'm working on Bear Town. And in case you have never seen Bear Town before, I will show you the photo. Let me just clip my baby back up and put her back in the corner. And in this big old box, and this is my Bear Town. And recently, actually, I found another picture of Bear Town, because if you saw my original review of this, there is no red in the color palette. So I found another photo of Bear Town, and the colors are different. So I'll email that to myself, and I will put those on screen now for you, side by side. And you can just like see the difference. And honestly, if it looks more like the realistic, less color popping one, I'd be pretty happy with that too. I think it looks really nice still. And, you know, red's not my favorite, so I don't really care that there's not red in it. But we'll see. Okay, before I go into my bin, actually, so I'm going to save this one. This is a WIP. I'm going to save it until my next update, which isn't this week, but my next update will be next week. And I more than doubled the amount I already had done from when I first reviewed this. So if you want to see that, keep an eye out next week, and I will be posting about this one. And this is a full beaded. It's huge, but it has gorgeous colors, as you could probably guess. And then my bin, this guy. So I think the first ones I want to show you, not this one, oh goodness. So the first thing I'm going to show you are these two, because they are the same, but there's a difference. And I don't know if I ever went over this with you, because I wanted to get a certain amount of it done before I showed you. Oh, my camcorder's crooked. So I originally got this in a DIY, and I wasn't too happy with it. So I took a screenshot of the photo on my PC, and I sent it into Fansells and got a custom version. And I think we should just look at them both. All right, first let's look at the oh gosh. Okay. Let's look at the DIY version. So this is not serged at all. It is very thin canvas. It does have a salvage edge though, not that that means much. And it only has 25 colors. The printing is pretty okay though. And I started the face, and when she started turning out really white in the middle of her forehead, I kind of stopped working on it. I was like, this is not gonna turn out good. I'm not happy with this. And that's when I went and ordered, darn the sunlight for moving. I went and ordered my custom one, and if you don't know, customs currently from Fansells, I chose the option that has more hand altering. It barely costs anything more, but trust me, it's worth it. So I got the listing where they kind of look over it and make sure it makes sense. so it's not just 100% computer rendered. They do have someone look it over supposedly, and it does come from Yishu, which I love, and it's bigger and it didn't cost a whole lot more. I don't remember the prices off the top of my head, but it's supposed to be 70 by 50 and or 50 by 70, I don't know, but it's gorgeous. And she has 36 colors as opposed to the 25, and you don't necessarily pick the amount of colors you get in these kits when they're custom, so I'm pretty happy with 36 colors. My only issue is that her forehead is still white. I know it's not stitched yet, but I'm kind of hoping it gradiates more into being white rather than just having such intense reds and then the white. So let me see if I can fold this up somehow to have them side by side, because this one's kind of heavy. Like the size difference alone. So I'm sure they'll both be okay, but I do want to get the faces fully stitched on each of them before, you know, because obviously the bigger one's going to be worth it, but I want to fully stitch this one and see if this is still a good option if you need something that costs a little bit less. But I'm pretty happy with the amount of colors in this one, and you know, there's more of a gradient to it as well. That was those two, my custom and the DIY. This next one, I believe I showed you before. Oh goodness. Okay, I thought I taped it back shut. So I haven't worked on this one in a bit either. This is also a beaded cross stitch, but this one's different because this one's on fabric, and I think I got this one from Amazon. And I haven't done much more on this since I last showed you. Oh goodness, if I can just... So, what are they, cockatiels or something? Not cockatiels. I don't know, birds. They're birds. And they're really cute. It does have like squares and stuff to show you where the stitching goes. So it does take a little bit more time than the other ones, but it feels nice. And it's a partial because it is printed. This does not wash off, which is a little sad because that part, but it doesn't wash off. And it says to be careful when hand washing, but you can wash this if you need to. But that's all I got done. And the beads are a lot smaller on this, which is probably why it takes so long. And I'm really good at dropping beads. But I think it's going to be so cute. They're adorable. And I do keep them rolled up just because they have to fit into that really long box. Dab my needle back in there because that's how I keep it rolled up. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this one came from Amazon, and this was way before the beaded cross stitches started coming out. So you really had to search to find a beaded cross stitch when I found this one. I think it was definitely over a year ago at this point. Alright, well, this isn't a cross stitch, but there's a bag of watermelon taffy in my WIPS bin. I imagine I hid that from my son at one point and forgot it was in there. So this one I haven't really worked on much, and I can't remember if I even showed you, but if I did, I have not worked on it since. It is a pillowcase pattern of this adorable little girl here, and of course I chose this one because she has the lotus plants, which I absolutely love. So stinking cute, and so is she. And let's see, where would I see it? Oh goodness. Oh gosh, and she has 48 colors. Oh my goodness. And this is quite a large pattern too, which is really good. And I have been thinking about her a lot recently. I was scrolling through, I think it was Paint Some Way, and I didn't filter to the newest in products because I always do that. I was like, I wonder what I can like roll upon if I don't filter my results. And I saw her and I was like, oh, I miss her. I need to work on her more. So it is a very nice fabric in case you were curious about the pillowcases. And it does have a 3-sided zipper so you can unzip this and work on it easy. This is the canvas size. Very nicely printed. It is a bit firmer though. And this is all I got done, sadly. Some of the whites and some of one of the lily pads. I really wish I worked on her more. Okay, how do I fold this all together? Okay, there we go. That's not that hard. This is my last one that's in cellophane. Amanda from Amanda's Crafty Corner, I'll tag her below, is also working on this. I bought this before Yishu changed though. So this is one of the old Yishu kits. It's just kind of this rose snake. Ignore that. That's from where my son ended up sweating on him last summer. He like fell asleep on my bed and his sweat ruined the picture. But it's okay. But it is nice and large printing. 34 colors. And I feel like Amanda's probably further on this than I am, even though I started it like a year before her. I'm just kind of good at bouncing. This is the first 11 count I ever worked on, like the very first one. So that's the full size of the canvas. As you can see, I got maybe like 1/4 of it done. And it is a partial, but it's round. It does look a little odd, but you know, you still get the idea of it, and I still think it's going to be really pretty when it's done. And I think I got this one from VIP Cross Stitch. If you go back far enough in my channel, you will be able to figure it out, no problem. Alright, we're getting close, I promise. This is another one I got from VIP Cross Stitch. It is this one, and I'm pretty... what's her name? I don't watch her channel, so I don't remember. What is her name? I don't remember the name of her channel because I don't watch her, because where I have an anxious personality and like social anxiety disorder and stuff, her loudness is just a bit too much for me. I still love her. I don't want anyone to think that I don't enjoy her unboxings and stuff. It's just I need quietness to stay calm and focused. And when there's too much noise in my house, I usually have a very loud toddler. As you know, my son's severely autistic. Very loud, constant noise instead of words, and it's just overstimulating for me. But she got this, but hers was hand charted. Mine is not hand charted. I bought this a while ago. Alright, I didn't get super far with this one. Oh my goodness, I have to sneeze. Oh, don't sneeze. Okay. Here's the first part, and then it goes out that far. And I worked on it a little bit more since I last showed everybody. I worked more on it up here. As you can see, I started working my way out and working on the confetti in the Peacock's upper wing. But this, I'm just gonna turn it this way. This is all I got so far. And I do want to work on this one more. I think it's really pretty, and I was thinking of working on this one last night, but then I remembered I should probably work on that beaded one. That $60-something kit that I got sent for free. You know, I should probably work on it since they sent it to me, and I told them I would. But I do like the beaded kits, so it's not like I'm struggling to work on it. Whew. Okay, I have 2 left in here that I feel like are, oh wait, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do honorable mentions. I'm turning these into magnets. I'll show you that really quick. Ew, why is it so sticky? Okay, I'm gonna have to wash my hands after this one. So this one's almost done. and I'm going to be cutting the excess gridding off and then turning it into a magnet. That's the only one of those I started. Oh my gosh, why is it sticky? Okay, I'm gonna leave this out so I can remember to wash it. Oh, this one's also really sticky, and I'm not gonna open this one because I haven't worked on it in a while. I got like the door done. And this one is from the Guai store on AliExpress. And it does have a serged canvas from AliExpress, but this is counted and it is silk. All right, I'm gonna go wash my hands because I feel gross now, and I'll be right back. All right, hands are clean, and I also went and grabbed my other kits that are just kind of floating around. So let's start with this one. I don't remember where I purchased this one. I just thought it was super cute. It made me think of my mom, and I really love the blue and white ceramics. And it's called Sunflower in a Vase. You can still find this one on pretty much any store now. It's pretty cheap, like $2 something to $3, I believe. And this one I was also thinking about working on the other night because I didn't get super far with it because it was just sitting in my bedroom instead of out where I sleep on my futon. So the sun is starting to creep, I'm sorry. So that's the full canvas. It is serged, it is 14 count, and this is all I've gotten done. I haven't done any of the back stitching yet though, but I think this is going to be gorgeous when it's completed. And then, of course, Maisie! Oh, my cat just hopped in my WIPS bin. Baby girl! She's been having a rough one. She has a hairball she was struggling to get out for the past 2 days, but she finally got it this morning. Oh, baby girl, good job! She's just like, don't touch me. Do not touch me, Mom. So, yeah, that's that one. And this one is Dream Pattern, which means it's from the Guai store. And they are selling on Temu now. They had some bookmark kits I really wanted, and they're like $4, $5 something on AliExpress, which is their home store. But I found them selling the same exact kits on Temu for like $2. So I bought my 2 favorite ones, of course. Because it was so much cheaper and the shipping's gonna be faster. So I'm gonna follow them on there because I know what their quality is like, and to see them sell so much cheaper on Temu, you know, I'm obviously gonna buy what I want cheaper if they're offering it on Temu. Alright, so yeah, it's a nice little fish pattern. Hold on, why is my screen getting dark? Wink. Nice little fish pattern. It does have beads. I didn't get super far with it. It is an 18 count. And I got it on, I don't know, like a beige colored fabric. Okay, well, I guess the thread's coming out with it. So this is the center of it. And then the rest is... that's all I've gotten done. Not a whole lot, and that took me quite a while. But to be fair, I was watching a short series that I was really into. And as always, the Guai canvases are serged, which not a lot of them on AliExpress will serge their counted cross-stitch kits fabric, but this one does, and I think it's going to look super gorgeous. And these are the colors. It comes on this cute little card. I just keep it tucked right in, as I always do with my stuff. And let me see if I can show you the beads. Come here, beady beady beads. Alright, the beads are all packed together in like the same package, so it's like a tiny package. You can see a little tiny bag. So there's like a gray bead. Come on, focus. Bunch of white beads. Green bead and some gold bead. Not a whole lot, but it's still super nice to have a partial cross stitch so tiny with cute tiny little beads. Of course I'm going to be putting the beads on last. But I'm really excited for this one. I might work on this one tonight. Maybe. We'll see how dark I want my apartment. that one for my counted. This next one's super small. I bought this from Walmart.com. And let me just move this way because I don't think anything else is going to be super big, and that sunlight is kind of annoying. So this is the next one. It's a little lavender sachet, and I did purchase the bookmark to go with it. But I thought it was so stinking cute, and it does come with lavender and the ribbon. So this is just something I've also been thinking about picking back up again lately. And there's like backstitch on it. The paper pattern is black and white though, and the instructions are a little bit confusing, but it's fine. And this is what I've gotten done so far. I think it's so cute. Oh, I love it. I can't wait to do the backstitch on it because it's really going to make everything pop. But it's so stinking adorable. And the colors are not organized, so I do have to look at them pretty hard side by side to make sure I'm using the correct one. So it is one of those kits where you have to organize your own colors and such, and the pattern isn't very specific. But I'm still loving this one, and it's so, so adorable. And I can't wait to finish it, and I need to do so soon. The next counted kit is the bears from Beartown, but small bears. So cute though, still so cute. Oh my goodness, look at those bears. And there are half stitches, I think, and quarter stitches in here, and mixed colors as well. It is an 18 count. So cute. And it's on a hoop. And that's all I've gotten done. Yeah. It's been taking me a while. And then the next one is this one, Peacock Castle. And I have not been stitching this in full stitch because the original I found out since purchasing is from Magic Needle. So I've zoomed in on the photos of the kit from Magic Needle, and I'm trying to stitch this the same way Magic Needle does it, which means a lot of the pond is tent stitch or half stitch. It's hard to decipher which one they're using. I think I went with half stitches, and then like the lily pads and greenery are all full stitch in the pond in the picture. So that's what I did on this one. Oh, I also, if I had any color left from the part I was working on, I put it into the peacock. And there's a lot of French knots in here covering up what I need to stitch, so that's a little frustrating. I might just not stitch what's under it and just do the French knots. But yeah, that's what I got going on that one. And sorry, I'm not opening it up all the way. I am close to done showing you, and my camcorder wants to die because it's sick of this video. And then I have two left to show you. Next one is this one. Super cute. I didn't get super far with this one. The colors are different than the picture. That's all I'm gonna say. that's all I'm gonna say. Obviously it's a Joy Sunday. It is a 14 count, as most Joy Sundays are. Excuse me. This is the size. Not super big. And this is all I got done. See what I mean? The colors look different. They're darker and muddier, and I don't know. But it's fine. I'm sure it'll still be cute because I know digital photos tend to be different than like the true to colorness of photos, especially depending on the device that printed the photos. Colors aren't always going to be accurate, you know, kind of like the same thing with Beartown, which is honestly why I am like more excited for Beartown now. All right, get in there. I have one left to show you, and I think that's literally everything I've been working on, except for the fairy girls on that long vine. I just haven't finished the back stitching. I might work on that today too. Okay, so the last thing I'm working on is, let go. The thread was grasping. So the last thing I've been working on is from this book. I bought it used from Amazon. I know I shouldn't be spending money. And so far, don't get mad at me, I've spent over $100 to do this because it has discontinued Krynic and Mill Hill beads, which was a pain in my ass to, like, excuse my language, but it was a pain in my ass to find people selling the exact Krynics in the amount I need, and same with the beads. So let me find the picture. Here's the picture. So the picture is definitely washed out on here, but I was working on this for my mother. And so what I did here was I took, if you remember the pillowcases where they came pre-printed and it came with the snaps, they were spring kits, they came with snaps so you could snap this onto the pillowcase when you're done. I washed one of those that I didn't like the image of, and it is the exact, or almost the exact perfect size for this image. And so I started doing that on here, and I'm just gonna put this on the pillow when I'm done and give it to my mom. Now I haven't put any of the beads on it yet, but I'm slowly adding in the back stitch as I go. So as you can see, I just gotta finish this flower, and then all I have to do up here is a little bit of like the swirls and then the owls and then the border, and I should be all done. And I'm really excited to get that finished. And I'm realizing now I backstitched those ones, but not those ones. But it's gorgeous. I've had so much fun working on this so far. It's really stinking pretty, and I know my mom is just gonna love it. And working with those special threads have been really nice. And I know you can't really see the white Krynic, but it's in there. And I just know it's gonna be so beautiful when it's completely done. And I really did enjoy working on this while I did. I think I just got really distracted on other things. And so I kind of just put it down and didn't pick it back up. But I am really excited to finish this because, as you can see, I'm pretty close. And I really just want to get this done for her and at least get it to her for Christmas at this point. Because honestly, it's not going to get to her any sooner. I don't like pressuring myself to work on things. And I did kind of kit this up on my own. The Krynic's in a bag somewhere else with the Mill Hill beads, but I just took this spare one I had from an AliExpress kit and I wrote the colors on the back, and then I decided I liked this darker one better than this lighter one, so I swapped it, which is fine. But since it's already labeled, you know, I'm leaving them on there. So, and at one point I did have the Krynics on here as well, but I just kind of kitted that up myself just to make it easier on me. These are all my own flosses. I purchased these all myself, and I really do like the color palette. It's so pretty. Alright, well, besides the back stitching on the girls on the vine, that is literally, I believe, unless I lost something somewhere, that's literally all I've worked on. Those are all my WIPS, lots of WIPS. Those are only my cross-stitch WIPS or stitching WIPS. This is not including my other crafts and crochet, knitting, the cloisonne, diamond painting, clay, hand sewing, because I did recently start hand making my son dino nuggets. I've been making him dino nugget plushies. But that was all of my kits that I'm working on. And if you think that's a lot, you do not want to see my hoard, because it is an ungodly amount. My apartment is like overtaken. My closet's overtaken. In front of my door is overtaken. But you know, sometimes when you have ADHD, you need 30,000 projects to work on, right? And this is my cat, Maisie. She's my little princess. She's very fluffy and very sassy, but she's very loving right now, so it's okay. Hi, baby girl. She loves Mama very much lately. She just wants cuddles. All right, well, thank you guys for clicking on my video. I hope you like my WIPs. Let me know which one was your favorite, and if you were counting, please let me know how many I have. And you know what else to do. And I hope you guys got some good progress done on your crafts watching this stinking long video. And I will update you if I start anything else, but my new goal right now is to finish 2 projects before I allow myself to start another. So hopefully I can stick to that goal and make some progress. And I can't wait to work more on Beartown and show you the progress on that and the larger beaded one. All right, you guys, I hope you all have an amazing day and get lots done in your crafty life. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.